Hello, my name is Lewis Carroll, also known as Charles Dugson, and I was born on January 27, 1832, in Daresbury, Cheshire. I had two older sisters, Fanny and Elizabeth, and then I had two younger sisters, Caroline and Mary, two younger brothers, Skeffington and Wilfred, three younger sisters, Louise, Margaret, and Loretta, and a younger brother named Edwin. Since I was the eldest son, the third child of the family, I took care of my younger siblings and I was homeschooled until we moved from Cheshire to Yorkshire. In 1844, I went to August Richmond Grammar School, and then in 1846, I went to rugby school, in which I was bullied there. Then in 1850, I went to Christ Church, which is in Oxford. My favorite subjects were literature and maths, and in 1855, whenever I graduated, I became a math teacher at Oxford Christ Church. Due to my job at the university, I was not allowed to marry or have children, and in 1892, I retired after being a professor for a long time. Oh, hello. Some of the tragedies that occurred in my life were my childhood illnesses, which left me deaf in one ear. Another tragedy in my life is my mother's death, which occurred while I was at Oxford. Even though it left me devastated, I overcame it and continued with my studies. One of my happier memories was in 1862, on July 4th, whenever I rode my young friend Alice and her sisters to Godstone. She told me to tell her story. She loved the story so much that it became Alice's Adventures Underground, which later became Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. One of my favorite quotes from that story about a character called the Cheshire Cat is, "Well, I've often seen a cat without a grin," thought Alice, "but a grin without a cat? It's the most curious thing I ever saw in all my life." Even though I wrote various books on mathematics and other children's books, my most popular one was by far Alice in Wonderland. It became one of the best-known children's stories of all time. I was also an accomplished recreational photographer. One of my regrets in life is that I wasn't very social with adults. I only took photographs and talked with children. I believe they were the only kind of people who understood me. Something I would like my younger readers to remember is why sometimes I believe in as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Thank you for joining me today. Now where is that cat?